Come close and listen with arrested heart. I am speaking to you now with tenderness and authority, with the certainty of one who has seen the end from the beginning. Hear me. Your test is over today. The season of relentless proving, the hidden wrestlings that stretched your soul thin, the nights that would not yield to morning, this long examination has reached its completion. Heaven has recorded your perseverance. Nothing you carried was missed. Not a single tear dissolved into the dark unnoticed. Not a single prayer, half whisper, broken, or wordless, passed me by. I have watched you sit at the edge of yourself and choose me again. I have seen you refuse to turn bitterness into a shelter. I have seen you lift your hands when your strength felt fictional. I have marked every time you chose silence over retaliation, humility over the last word, obedience over the easier road. When you felt invisible, the courts of heaven were looking directly at you. When you thought you were failing, I was engraving your faithfulness into the story that cannot be erased. You did not quit, though quitting often felt like relief. You stayed. You remained. You endured. And I, your God, delight in your endurance. Beloved soul, if this touched your heart, treasure it deeply. Let your faith be seen. Respond with love and press that like button. I place my hand upon your shoulder now and say with finality, "It is finished." Not your calling, but your testing. The curriculum was exacting. The questions were severe. The silence was a teacher you did not choose. Yet you learned to breathe underwater. You learned to pray from the cave and praise from the ashes. You learned the language of trust when answers were delayed, the rhythm of worship when outcomes were unclear. You learned how to keep the flame alive when winds argued with your hope. This matters more than you know. The angels know your name by the fragrance of that worship. I validate your struggle. I justify your tears. I dignify the loneliness you carried like a hidden weight beneath your daily kindness. There were days when the room felt crowded but your heart felt alone. I sat beside you in that quiet ache. There were hours when your chest held storms and your smile held strangers. I was the steadying hand on the inside. There were seasons when doors closed without explanation and people left without blessing. I kept the gate of your life on purpose. You were not abandoned. You were being entrusted with mysteries. Understand what has been happening. This was not pointless pain. This was holy engineering. Every hardship hath been shaping your faith, tempering your resilience, and clothing you with spiritual authority for the future. I have been widening your capacity to carry glory without cracking under it. I have been building a sanctuary within you where my presence can rest without competition. I have been teaching your spirit to recognize counterfeits by the weight of my peace. I have been teaching your voice to carry healing because it has known the sound of breaking. I have been shaping your eyes to recognize the lonely, because your eyes have wept in secret places. My dear, I have trusted you with the gift of my love. Carry it to 3 broken spirits, and watch as my peace restores them. Your weaknesses did not disqualify you. They became the doorway through which my strength learned to live in you. Your questions did not cancel your faith. They gave your faith room to grow roots. Your waiting did not waste time. It sanctified it. Your losses did not empty you. They made space for the new wine I am now pouring. Lift your hand. Heaven is celebrating. The halls of testimony echo with your name tonight. The ones who ran before you are standing in honor, not because the world applauded you, but because you chose the narrow gate when applause would have been easier. There is rejoicing, not merely that you endured, but that you endured with me. There is joy because nothing the enemy tried could pry open your hand and steal your yes. There is song because you learned to sing in a key that storms do not understand. And in these courts, child, endurance itself is worship. This ending is also a beginning. You are crossing a threshold. The test is over, and the page is turning to promise. The same hand that held you in the fire now holds a ring of keys. I'm placing them in your palm. Keys to rooms you could not enter before because character, not charisma, opens them. Keys to reconciliations that require a tender authority. Keys to strategies that honor both wisdom and wonder. Keys to doors that have waited for the weight of the person you have become. You will recognize restoration by its quiet certainty. You will see favor that does not shout but cannot be stopped. You will watch doors swing wide that you no longer feel the need to prove you deserve. You will notice how peace, not pressure, becomes the compass of your decisions. You will find that relationships sift themselves into alignment without the labor of control. This is the gentleness of my promise. Not friendly, not forced, not authoritative or fruitful. Do not be afraid of the tenderness you carry. It is part of your mantle. Do not be ashamed of the scars. They are the new lines on the map by which others will find home. Do not hurry past your healing. Your pace is a prophecy. Do not minimize the unseen victories. Heaven never does. You are not defined by the pain of the last season, but by the strength I forged in you through it. The mountain did not make you small. It made you strong. The valley did not make you lost. It made you deep. The waiting did not make you late. It made you ready. Beloved, I invite you to be part of this journey of truth and light. Your support, through Buy Me a Coffee, helps lift this message to more souls. Every gift is sacred, and your kindness is held dearly. Now hear the word I place before you. Transition. You will feel it like a change in the wind, subtle, definite. The heaviness you wore as armor will begin to lift. The suspicion you held for survival will become discernment patterned after my heart. The urgency that once bargained with fear will become a holy urgency guided by wisdom. You will sleep and not dread the dawn. You will wake and not dread the day. You will remember what joy tastes like on an ordinary morning. You asked me what purpose required such a long proving. I answer now. I have prepared you to carry trust, mine. I trust you with hearts I love, with rooms that change cities, with words that carry weight, with influence that remains after applause expires. I trust you to be faithful when no one is watching, and kind when everyone is watching. I trust you to steward breakthrough without building a throne from it. I trust you to stand in the gap quietly, to pour oil where the wound doesn't show, to build altars where others build brands. This is why the test was long. I was crafting a vessel that could be both